welcome to our cooking show. Here we are again, Walker Family, Las Vegas channel, and this is Borjuk, and I am Nanay. We're gonna make pork sinigang. Do you know what is pork sinigang, Bubu?
I don't know.
You don't know what is pork sinigang? Pork sinigang, of course, is made of pork, and it has veggies, and it tastes kind of sour. That's why we call it pork sour soup. So we're gonna make pork sour
I don't like
soup.
that.
You don't like that? You're gonna try it and you're
No,
gonna
because
like
it's sour.
It's sour. He doesn't like sour. Oh, we'll see. So I already have my veggies because last time I made sinigang, so I'm gonna make use of the leftover veggies that I put in the freezer. And I took out radish. So I have 4 small pieces of radish. I already cut the tip and the bottom. Make sure it's clean. This one it's not. I'm gonna cut it also, and I'm gonna peel it just like how you peel the potatoes. If you have a potato peeler, you can use that too. But I like to peel using my knife. So when I peel it, I make sure that I only peel very, very thin because the skin is very thin. So like this. So you peel it and you cut it in cubes. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So this is the main veggies that I'm going to put. I have leftover okra that I froze from last time when I make shrimp sinigang. So I'm going to use that too. Okra, eggplant, and radishes. And so when you peel the radish, it looks like this. Now it's clean. And then I'm going to slice it in half. And it looks like that. And then you slice it in half again. And now it looks like that. And then you cut it in half. And it looks like that. It's just 1 inch. It's 2 bite size. So that's the sizes of my radish. Since we're going to make pork sour soup, pork sinigang, our main ingredient, of course, is the pork itself. You can put any kind of meat or any kind of pork part. Some people put the pork belly because they like fats on it. But with us in my family, we like bones. So I like the pork neck bones, and that's what I'm going to use for my pork sinigang. So I already boiled water. I boiled 6 cups of water, and I will let it boil. And once it boils, I'm going to put my pork so it can boil with my pork. I like my pork tender, so I'm going to make the pork tender first. When the water starts boiling, then you can put your meat. And you just stir it, make sure it's in there. And that's it. And you let it boil. In 15 minutes, you check it and you clean the water. Okay, for my vegetable ingredient, I have here okra, which is the leftover from last time. I thought I had eggplant, but I had no more eggplant in the freezer, so I'm just gonna use okra. And then I have green beans, Filipino green beans, which is sitaw. And then I have tomatoes. And I have also onions, green onions. And I have this chili pepper, which I'm going to put, which will make my soup a little bit sour, but not sour, spicy, a little bit spicy, but not too spicy. And of course, I already cleaned and cut my radish. Some people, they cut it like big chunks, but me, I like it like 2 bites. My pork has been boiling for 15 minutes now. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take out the pork, the meat, and I'm going to dump this water. In the Philippines, the meat is so fresh, and you don't have to put new water. But in America, the meat is frozen for a long time because it came from another state, and they sell it here in Vegas. And look how the fat is and how dirty it is, and I don't like it. So that's why I want to clean my meat and boil it again with new water. Earlier, I showed you guys that I boiled the pork, the neck bones, for like 15 minutes. And I said I'm going to take out the meat and I will wash them in running water. And that's what I did. And now here's the pork that I boiled and it looks clean now. I washed away the waste. That to me it looks like dirt, but it's actually waste. It's part of the pork. While boiling it, you can see on the pork that it's not looking good. But here in the desert, we're in Las Vegas. I don't know in other parts of America, but what they do is that they butcher here in Las Vegas. I don't know in other parts of America if they do the same thing, but what they do is they butchered the pig, and then they don't sell it on that day. They cut the pig, they butchered it, and then they put it in the freezer, and then they sell it. So when you buy the meat, it's not fresh anymore, it's frozen. Unlike in the Philippines, when they butchered animal, they make sure that those pig that was butchered will be sold on that day. So we call it fresh meat. Here is frozen meat. And of course, when you boil it and when you cook it, if you don't clean it very good, the smell will still stay and the waste is still there and you're eating it. And I don't like that. When I first came to America, I didn't know that information. But I have a Filipina mom and she told me, why is that the meat that I cook, it has a bad smell. So I said, Mom, this is how I cook it. And Mom said, no, all the meat that you're going to be cooking, make sure you boil it and make sure that you wash it and then you boil it again in new water, especially if you're making soup, because you don't want that bad smell in your food. So that's what I do, started when Mom told me. That's what I do from then on, that I make sure that I wash the meat really good, boil it, and then reboil it again and make sure that those waste and other will go away, because it affects your food and it affects your appetite. So that's it, and that's why I'm showing you now how I make pork sinigang. When it comes to veggies also, you can put other veggies if you like some people put eggplant, some people put other kinds of sitaw or green beans. And for my seasoning, I'm using this UFC brand Sinigang. There's shrimp on the picture, but as I've said, with Sinigang, you can make meat Sinigang also, which right now I'm using pork. And what kind of Sinigang is this? Sour soup. Okay, it's made of lemon sour base. It's not tamarind, but it's lemon. So this is it. I'm using this kind of sinigang mix for my soup to make it sour. So now my new water that I put in the pot is boiling. Now I'm going to put the clean meat in there. So it's in there. I let it boil for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put my first veggie. So after 5 minutes of letting the meat boil, I'm going to put the tomatoes. So the tomatoes can boil with the meat, and the flavor will go in the soup. And then after that, I'm going to put my first veggie, which is the string beans or sitaw. This kind of veggie is hard, so it's the first one to get put in and get boiled with the soup. And after 5 minutes, I'm going to put another veggie, which is one of the hardest also is the radish. After 5 minutes, I'm going to put the okra. And I'm going to put the radish as well. And the pepper. The pepper is just medium spicy. It's not too spicy. And of course, I'm going to put the sinigang mix. I'm going to put half of the packet only, half of the powder that's in the packet. And then I'm going to taste it, but of course I'm going to season it first with salt and pepper. I added the pepper and I added the salt, and I'm going to mix it and see if the flavor is okay. If not, then you can add more sinigang sour soup mix. See if the flavor is okay for you, and if it's okay, then that's it. The sour taste is okay for me. I only use half of the packets powder. And also, I tasted it, and it's a little bit under seasoned, so I added more salt and a little bit of pepper. And I'm going to use this Knorr base soup, which is for pork soup. And I will just add one of this in there to make the broth more tasty and savory. I will boil the veggies and the meat for like 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, I'm going to put the green onions. After 15 minutes and the meat and the soup and the veggies are boiling, you put the green onions. And that's it. In 5 minutes, it's all ready. And your vegetable is crispy. And the soup is, of course, sour.